I've always wanted to do a pond. I knew it was a big undertaking, especially as I was planning to do the whole thing myself. So a bit late on in the season, last September, after I got back from a trip to China, I started digging away. Dug, so this is all clay soil. It took quite a while to get it dug out. And the raised area you see at the back is all the spoils from that. So it's about 3.5 feet deep in its deepest point and about 2 feet deep at the front. It's covered has a plastic liner that I've done my best to cover up with boulders. So one of the things that with a pond is that you need to get the nitrogen out of the water, and you have a lot of runoff from the grass from around in the surrounding gardens, and so you need to get the nitrogen off. And the best way to do that, if you don't want to use chemicals, is to have as many plants as you can get. So that's why you see all the aquatic plants that are coming on. I've got the lilies coming on and the water hyacinth, various other things. And you can see I'm experimenting with some vegetables on a floating raft. So I thought, why not? They're a lot cheaper than aquatic plants, and they do a great job of sucking out the nitrogen. The fish like hanging out underneath there. And the water's got clearer and clearer, so it seems to be working. And that's in part due to the bog filter that I've installed at the back. I needed aeration in the water, otherwise it was just going to be a stagnant swamp. And I thought that the stream with the rocks would be sufficient for that aeration. But after some time this spring, I realized I was going to need something in addition. And so I looked into bog filters and the principle behind that. What a bog filter is an area of a certain percentage of the volume of your pond which has gravel in it, pea gravel. It has to be a fairly small grade of gravel, and the water gets circulated up quite slowly through that gravel. And you have plants, aquatic plants, that don't mind being submerged in the top of the gravel. You have bacteria and other microbes growing surviving in the gravel, and they take out the nitrogen, they purify the water, and the plants that are in the top also take out the nitrogen, and what comes out of the top of the bog filter is more clear water than went through. So you need to have a certain percentage of your flow going through the bog filter. So I have a pump that's in the pond. It pumps 1 gallon per second. It goes up to a main pipe, and then I split the pipe into 2 adjustable valves. So I can regulate the flow between the main stream and the pipe that goes through the filter. And the idea is that you want to find your sweet spot. You don't want the water to go through the bog filter too fast, otherwise the bacteria can't do their job. And you don't want to go through it too slowly, because then it becomes stagnant and you have mosquitoes and all the rest of it. So I'm just now finding that sweet spot. And it's just basically a slow trickle through the main filter and then out into the sub filter.